Shalom. This is an emergency broadcast alert giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash, in whom we are in great debt. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, continue doing so, standing firm in the eyes of terror, who I learned this truth from. To the elders, the bishops, Akim and I co-op, salutations and blessings to the house of David. We are the hopeful elect. This is your brother Quasiyar with another quick one. And before I tell you what I have found with ChatGPT, I'm going to play a little piece of a video of one of the brothers of GMS who speaks on part of how because what I ask is part of the prophecy. It's part of a prophecy that is to come. All right, so I asked ChatGPT if the world claims 180,000 prophets, why is it that the Messiah, Yahweh Shai, is the only one to come back? And the simple answer is he was given dominion over everything. He is the son of the Most High, Yahweh. Okay? His first begotten. So with that,
and that children of that school, the school of the prophets, is here to this day. All right. Yahweh Shai reestablished it. Yahweh Shai reestablished it. But John came, and what did John do back then? What did John do? He turned the hearts back. Matter of fact, I'm going to read this in Malachi, and then I'm going to go right back to this in Kings. But in Malachi 4:5, it says, "Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord." Check this out. "And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to the fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse." Okay, so who was Elijah? Elijah was Elisha was Elijah's successor. All right, and Elijah back then was the head of the school of the prophets. Okay, the guys that were under him that were learning were called the children of the prophets, and Elisha was one of them at a point of time. All right, and it was a school of the prophets. Okay, and you had in the time of Acts the reestablishment, or really the time of Yahweh Shai, the reestablishment of the school of the prophets. And who introduced that? It was John the Baptist, who through the Spirit is Elijah. And then fast forward on over to today, because the great and dreadful day didn't happen back then around the time of Yahweh Shai. Okay, Yahweh Shai prophesied about that day that was to come. And as we read in Revelation, the 3rd chapter, it went into the hour of temptation that was going to come, and it was going to try all flesh. So we're approaching that time of the great and dreadful day. Okay, so as it's written in Malachi 4:5, it says, "I will send you Elijah the prophet to come before the coming of the great and dreadful day." We believe that to be Elder Abba Bivens, who had came earlier. And what did Elder Abba Bivens do? He helped establish the school of the prophets. All right. He had brought back through the spirit of the Lord, I should say. He used Elder Abba Bivens to bring back the children to the fathers. All right. The children of the prophets are back here today, and they're going to be doing the same exact thing as they did in the time of Acts, also as they did in the time of Elisha that we read. And just one more scripture to prove that, and then I'll jump back to Kings. This is the book of Acts chapter 3, and I'm going to read verse 25, verse 24. It says, "Yea, and all the prophets from Samuel and those that follow after, as many have spoken, have likewise foretold these days. Ye are the children of the prophets, and of the covenant which the Most High made with our fathers, saying unto Abraham, and in thy seed shall all kindreds of the earth be blessed." And when you go into that word kindreds, that word there in the Greek is pronounced patrias.
Strong's G 4396. Prophetes.
That's prophets.
Prophetes.
But I meant to go to kindreds.
Strong's G 3965. Patria. Patria.
And when you go into that word kindreds, it literally means lineage running back to some progenitor or ancestry. It says a nation or a tribe. And it also says the Israelites, which distributed into 12 tribes, descending from the 12 sons of Jacob. These were divided into families, which were divided into houses. Okay, so as we go back to that in Acts, Peter was pretty much establishing, letting us know that we are the children of the prophets. All right, as what was prophesied in Malachi, the 4th chapter. It's saying, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day, and he shall turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to the fathers. Okay, so we're being brought back to the understanding that's been taught to us for eons.
And that's the point why Yahawashi is coming back. I ask ChatGPT, which is for the elect sake. I ask, and nobody tells you that and explains that better than GMS. All right. No one tells you and breaks that down better than GMS. The apostles of GMS. All right. This is 100% truth. Take it or leave it. It doesn't make it untrue if you don't accept it. So I asked ChatGPT, if the world claims 180,000 prophets, why is, I hate to call the name, but that's just what you have to do to get certain answers. Why is so-called Jesus, because it's not Jesus, it's Yahawashi, the Messiah, the only one coming back? And it answers, that's a deep and important question that touches on theology, eschatology, and times belief, and the unique role of Yahawashi in major world religion. And I said Yahawashi, it's saying something else. Okay, so here's a breakdown of the issue, which, well, and it goes on in explaining about Islam, which we don't want to hear anything that Islam has to say. Why is, and it goes on to say Isa said to be the only one coming back, which that's also not important. But the one that is important that you should know is Christian view. All right, the Messiah is not just a prophet, but the Son of the Most High, the Messiah, and God incarnate. He died, rose again, and ascended, promising to return. Pretty much that's your answer. He promised to return. And you already heard the brother why he promised to return, because he's returning for the elect. Because he's gonna what's the word? To claim what's rightfully his. All right. And that's all I have for now. I hope this was edifying. Shalom.